Oh, baby, we back. It's coming. Oh, we count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Can you handle it? 3, 2. Here we go. 1. Facebook. Welcome back. It's your boy, Cool Breeze, Justin Christie, with another episode of the Talk Before the Walk. We're back talking about Johnathan Ivey's Cage Fighting Championships 10 going down on Saturday, June 26th. In Clarksville, Tennessee. It's going to be at the Appleton Harley-Davidson Center, man. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be an epic night of fights. Last time we was talking with Jaime Vasquez, and his opponent, and they were going to be talking about the 155-pound lightweight title going to be contended. That's going to be good. George Pirat's gunning for his head, man. That's going to be good. But tonight, it's all about a couple of flyweights. We got one guy who's ready to take over the whole flyweight division, and we got another man making his CFC debut, going to be eyeballing that title in the near future. So he's going to come in wanting to make a statement in his first CFC fight. So this is going to be pretty awesome, guys. These two guys are some hard hitters. Seth Britton, he's coming in with a really good reputation from his coaches and from what I'm hearing from Johnathan Ivey as well. Everybody's speaking really highly of this guy. He's making his debut for CFC, so there's a lot of mystery as to what this guy is going to be able to bring in. But like I said, he's being very highly touted and as a very skillful competitor, and he's looking to be making some fireworks come June 26th. But standing in his way, coming back for his second fight, we've got Christian Lozano, who is just coming off of a decision match against Isaac Morris, went all the way in his debut with CFC. And I'm going to tell you right now, Isaac Morris is no joke. That's one tough cat. So for a guy to come in on his debut to go the distance with Isaac Morris, which that cat's crazy, you got something special there. So seeing Christian Lozano coming in and going to have something to say about Seth Britton eyeballing that title down the road, Christian was wanting that title too, and he's wanting to take over the whole division. So I'm looking forward to talking to these cats. Real quick, let's talk a little bit about we're going to pay a few bills. Let's just do that. Johnathan Ivey's Cage Fighting Championship is brought to you by Harris Holt Combat Sports and Blue Cord Realty. The Talk Before the Walk is brought to you by Gangsters of Glass out of Lawton, Oklahoma, Southern Long Hair and More out of Oklahoma City, Spartan Fit MMA out of Texas. Can't remember the town. My bad. The Firm Sports Management Group for all your sports management needs, for all your fighter management needs. Contact the Sports Management Group. They are a global company. Anybody all over the world is eligible for these guys. And Empower Nutrition. Best shakes in Oklahoma City, I guess. They were phenomenal. I like that peanut butter cup, when the white Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh my God, that is good. That is good. Real quick, that's going to be awesome. But no, Harris Holt, man, that's an awesome place. I'm going to pull their logo up. Harris Holt Combat Sports. They train Muay Thai, Judo, wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA, all of it there, man. If you want a good place to go train in Tennessee, go check out Harris Holt Combat Sports. And, of course, Blue Cord Realty. You need a house, you need to find a place to live, or if you want to get into the realty business, go check out Blue Cord Realty. They are phenomenal. some of the best realtors in Oklahoma, or no, I'm sorry, in Tennessee. My bad. I am a two-state person right now. I'm all over the country, so it is what it is. I'll be in Texas tomorrow. It's just going to be what it is. But tonight, we are talking about a flyweight fight between Seth Britton and Christian Lozano. These two guys are not going to be holding back in that cage, man. This is going to be pretty fun. This is going to be pretty fun. I am getting some shadow effect here. Give me just a second. I got to do some technical stuff. I'm a one-man operator over here, so I got. I don't know if you see this stuff right here. That's kind of like shaded. I don't know what's happening there. I gotta play with my fade for a minute. That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, cool. That looks a little better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Speaking of our comment section, uh, if you have any questions or comments for our fighters, please put them in our comments. We will feature them onto our show. I'm going to sit here and put up here hello, just because, whatever. So that way I could show this on camera. And any question you have, any comment you have for our fighters, for me, or anything you want to ask, we will ask the fighters directly, and you can hear from them live. So check that out, guys. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on Seth Britton. He was going to be making his debut for CFC, and he's a working man. Both of these guys just got off of work. They're gracing me with the presence and opportunity to get a good interview with them. Just hopped off a ladder, hopped on the camera, and he's ready to go. So he's in his car, heading home or heading to go get some dinner, as every working man should. And here he is. Without further ado, please help me welcome to the show for the first time, Seth Britton. Seth, welcome to the Talk Before the Walk, brother. How you doing today?
Doing good. Found me. So, luckily, I was able to drive past my gym. I stopped here for some better Wi-Fi.
Okay, awesome, great job. That helps out a lot, because I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much the signal on their phones matter. They may have really good like 4G, 5G signal in their area, but at the same time, it gets choppy. And the more people that man, I got somebody trying to call me. I'm like, man, I am on a show. Sorry, I manage fighters, and they're constantly calling me. I got one of my fighters, but yeah, it's really awesome. So, are you at your gym now?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Right in.
show us around a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your gym.
Well, right now, they ain't nobody in there training right now. Ours are closed right now. But, so, mainly, we train out of Guardian Mixed Martial Arts down in Murfreesboro. It's owned and run by Sean Hammonds. Obviously, I'm sure you know who he is.
Yeah, I
Johnathan
know
Ivey.
who Sean Hammonds is. We go
Yeah,
way back. I know I'm in Oklahoma right now. I used to train and do compete out in Tennessee before MMA was legal there. I moved here 1 year before they legalized MMA, so it
right.
kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's the one that helped my jiu-jitsu game. He's the one that brought me into MMA. He's the reason why I came to Tennessee. So originally I was living in North Carolina. I moved down to
Okay,
Tennessee.
tell me a little
So
bit about coming up from North Carolina.
well, I've only been living here in Tennessee since about October 2019, 2020.
Okay,
Yeah, North Carolina. Obviously, I wrestled in high school there. Started training Muay Thai with one of his students named Stephen Coble.
okay,
So Stephen Coble brought me to Tennessee to meet Sean Hammonds himself. And since then, he's been training nonstop, competing nonstop.
nice, nice. So, how has your training been since you started training with Sean? What's it
Honestly,
like? Give me the real in-depth experience, brother.
I've been look. So I started training Brazilian Jiu Jitsu down in North Carolina with some good, with a good instructor, a Brazilian guy named Daniel Abu. I'm sure you look
Okay.
him up, you'll find out who he is. You'll see a lot of his competitions and tournaments on YouTube. Um, but I'm gonna be honest, I've been to other gyms as well. We've been to seminars up in Ohio. I went with Sean to seminars up in Ohio and West Virginia. Honestly, I could say no gym trains as hard as Sean Hammond's team. Him, like especially him coming from Master Lloyd Irvin, he
Mm-hmm.
carry on that same mentality Lloyd Irvin gives to his students with us. He tries to train us.
Absolutely.
So
Lloyd's no joke. If you ever, I was back in the day when he was competing. full time, man, he was insane. He's a legend in this game.
I heard a lot about him. I heard a lot about him. One of these days, I'm going to take a trip up to his gym and train with him as well. But
That would be very beneficial. I recommend that for anybody. At least get that different look and get that Lloyd Irvin authentic experience. Man, get it while you can, because that man is a master for sure.
I actually talked to some of his students, actually. So I was at the Memphis IBJJF Open down in Memphis. Forgot what day it was, to be honest. But yeah, IBJJF had their International Open down in Memphis a couple weeks ago, and I saw some of his guys competing there from Maryland, from Baltimore. Some of Lloyd Irvin's guys was there.
Awesome. Did you get to compete in IBJJF?
Yes, sir.
How'd you do?
I won gold first in my division.
My man.
Yeah, I got another one.
Nice.
So actually, I'm competing in AGF tournament this weekend at Nashville, and then when Atlanta Open comes up, which is about the 12th, it's about a week before when I see Chris, I'm going down there to the Atlanta Open to compete in that IBJJF tournament as well.
Hell
and
yeah.
Right after that, that's when I'm going to come step in the cage.
So I know you got a background in wrestling. You just mentioned that you wrestled in school in North Carolina. How was your wrestling career?
So I started wrestling. I started wrestling down in Florida. That's where I was born and raised. I wrestled down in Florida, freestyle and Greco-Roman, and of course I wrestled inside the school year down there. Moved up to North Carolina my junior year of high school. Started finishing wrestling down in North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
I've wrestled a lot of tough competitors, a lot of state place winners, state champs. I myself came up short when it came to the regionals. I didn't make it that far. However, that's what pushed me to do jiu-jitsu and become better. Since I've been doing jiu-jitsu, I've taken nothing but golds. Every tournament, nothing but golds. So,
hell yeah. One thing that I have to say about wrestling, whether you win or lose, one thing you take away from it is the hardest work ethic from any sport ever. And
yes.
it sinks into your soul after so many years that like you just take that mentality into every aspect of your life. When you go to work every day, you ain't letting nobody take your spot. You're gonna outwork everybody in the room.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see guys who are wrestlers when they come into jiu-jitsu or MMA, you can always see the ethic in them when they fight. You can always see the drive that they have, you know. And as far as that goes, I've learned more about life from wrestling than technique. Like every aspect of wrestling, I carried on into jiu-jitsu, into life.
So how was it being a wrestler like to your core and moving into jujitsu? How was the transition for you? I know like a lot of people will compare it. Like one of the biggest things differences is learning to how to be comfortable on your back. How was that transition for you?
So at first, the first day I walked into a jiu-jitsu school, first day I stepped on a jiu-jitsu mat was down in North Carolina. Obviously, I was just really aggressive. They didn't teach me nothing. Apparently, this was like an open mat day. I have no friends down in North Carolina at this time. I didn't know anybody, but I just wanted to start doing jiu-jitsu. So I walked in there, and I got guillotined by everybody because I was shooting my double legs wrong. Thing like, but it helped. My wrestling, knowing how to wrestle, helped me with jiu-jitsu. It helped me learn how to scramble, learn how to see what the other person is trying to do. I could feel what he's trying to go for, even though everything just came natural. Jiu-jitsu just came more natural to me because of wrestling. Once I got used to fighting off my back, everything just started clicking. Everything just started clicking over time. And especially with Sean, he actually showed me most of my techniques that correlate with my wrestling style, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
The style,
Sean's very good in transitioning wrestling techniques to jujitsu.
right? Like
Very good.
if I'm a wrestler, he's not going to train me to pull guard, obviously.
Right.
So stuff like that. A lot of techniques, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the drills he has me do correlate with my style, with my aggression. So
Right.
as far as
You
that
you
goes,
uh you do train over at Guardian, right?
yes, sir.
As well. All right. I thought so. I got to train there for a little bit. I trained under a cat named Warren Grace. Is he still out there?
I haven't met him personally.
Okay, so it's probably been a while. Mine's been over a decade ago, like
Right,
13, 14 years ago. So it's
right.
been a while. But I used to be at their old location before they moved into that strip mall, whatever. They had a big warehouse full of just mats, man. It was beautiful. But
Yeah,
I loved it there, man. That was probably some of the best stamp training I ever got. And that was before I moved out here to Oklahoma, and I actually fought a dude from Oklahoma here, and I was training there. I didn't realize that I was training with a broken back, and
right.
the whole time, Warren was my MMA coach, and he like put me through these different classes and different drills, and we would all tie it together. I had a strength and conditioning coach for the first time in my life, and even with a broken back, I was still able to go win by knockout at my fight. So like full credit to Guardian MMA, and I know they're continuing their tradition of great training even to this day. So shout out to
Sir,
those guys for sure.
sir.
Tell me a little bit. How did this fight come about with you and Christian? How'd that get set up?
Really, the way I was competing, I don't know. Sean just basically he saw something in me, and he felt I was ready. You know, the way I was competing in jiu-jitsu, taking home gold medals and smashing dudes on the mat, like just wiping through divisions, wiping through tournaments. And given the amount of aggression, I guess how fast I was catching on to what Sean was saying, Sean just felt I was ready. And he called me to his house one day, and we was all sitting on the couch, and he just told me straight up, like, hey, I got you a fight. I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, cool, that sounds good. It's what I've been waiting for a long time. This is what
Hell
I've
yeah.
been working for a long time. It's what I came to Tennessee for. So I just took the fight. I didn't care who it was, what the record was. I didn't care if they were undefeated. Like I said, I don't even know that many people here. The only people I really know, my friends are, is people at Guardian, people at the gym. That's it.
Well, you're in
That's
good
all.
company then, for sure.
Right. So, and I've heard about Chris. I got mad respect for the dude. Seems like a cool guy. Uh, but at the end of the day, like Sean told me, yeah, I got you this fight. It's gonna be on 26th, and that's when he introduced me to Johnathan Ivey, and then me, Sean, Johnathan Ivey was all just talking to each other. Everybody just clicked together. Everybody was just cool. Environment was cool, and I was like, and
Nice.
apparently
Have you
Johnathan
have you gotten
Ivey
to
is
go
my
to a CFC show yet?
sir.
Have you gotten to go to one of the live cage fighting championship shows yet from Jonathan Ivey?
Now I haven't seen any of CFC's fights yet. Uh, I've been to a Primal Combat's fight, and I just I was just at the B2 fighting series down in Lebanon.
Okay.
Nathan Lindsay fight. He's also one of our brown belts under Sean, someone who's been training with me, who I've been working with.
Nice. Well, one thing's for sure, Jonathan Ivey's cage fighting championships out in Tennessee is a top notch promotion to be fighting for. So you're making a good debut right there.
Oh,
You're
that's all
amongst a
fair.
lot of really hardcore warriors that absolutely love the sport of MMA. Jonathan Ivey being a long time legendary professional fighter himself. So
Right,
you're going to be in there and be well taken care of because Jonathan's got uh, the mindset of a fighter for the fighters, and that makes a huge difference for the company and for the fighters themselves. So I think you're going to be in good hands for your debut, and it's going to be pretty fun, man. So real quick, do you want to give a shout out to any friends, family, teammates, or sponsors you may have?
Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to Itai Torado, Sean Hammonds, everyone at Guardian MMA, Chad Hardy, Nakana Costa, Stephen Coble, everybody at Training Out of Guardian, Nathan Lindsay, aka Net Cunner, who was just at B2. A lot of these guys is what brought me here, what got me to where I'm at, and get me to where I'm about to go. And I also want to thank Johnathan Ivey for inviting me onto the show, and I want to thank Christian Lozano for welcoming me into the cage.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, I'm going to put you backstage. Don't leave us yet because I'm going to get you with a virtual face-off, but I'm going to talk with Christian real quick. And, I think his mama's in the chat too, so this is going to be kind of cool. I always love it when the Lozano brothers get on here because their mama comes up here and starts talking. I love it. But, hang tight. I'll get you back up here, and we'll see you in a minute, brother. Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you just heard it right there from Seth Britton. He'll be making his CFC debut, and on Saturday, June 26th. Sorry, I got distracted by Christian's mom again. I love it when Zach and Christian get on the show, man, because their mama is all about it. I love it. We get a third audience member. Love that woman. She's awesome. One of my favorite audience members for the Talk Before the Walk. I love it when she comes back on here. But we're gonna get Christian Lozano up here. But Seth Britton, like I said, he's making his CFC debut on Saturday, June 26th at the Appleton Harley Davidson Center in Clarksville, Tennessee. You can get your tickets at cfcfight.com, or maybe you could link up with some of these fighters and get them from them directly. Contact Johnathan Ivey. Any way you can get a ticket, you get a damn ticket because this is going to be an awesome show. This is going to be an awesome whole card. You don't want to miss any of it. From bell to bell to bell to bell to bell. You want to watch it. So, man, this is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. So, without further ado, welcome back to the show. We're going to bring on Christian Lozano again. Christian, how you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy? I'm doing good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Good to see you as well.
Hey,
last time we talked was
shout out
CFC
to
7.
Mama real quick.
Yeah, shout out to you, Mama, because she over here, Mama here. I'm gonna put this up here. Mama here, put my boy Christian Lozano on. She was already like,
Lord.
all right, I'm done hearing Seth talking. Let me hear my boy.
Oh.
I love it. I love it.
Number love.
Yeah, I love how much your mom supports you and your brother. You come from a very strong family. I love family elements and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is cool. Let's give a little bit of shine to Seth's mom real quick because she's popping up here too. Miss Mary's coming up here. She's talking about she's going to give a little bit of pride to her son too. So shout out to Miss Mary. How you doing? We're proud of your boy Seth. You raised a good man right there. So he's about to step foot in the cage and have a good time. But right now we're talking to Christian Lozano. Last time I got to talk to you, man, was CFC 7. You were set to fight Isaac Morris in your debut, and it turned out that you guys went the distance in that fight. The judges didn't put it in your favor, I don't believe, but everybody who talks about that fight says how close it was and how much heart you put into that, and the gusto and the whole, you just had no quit from bell to bell. It was just action packed, man. What was that experience like for you?
Man, well, let me tell you. First, it was kind of I caught this fight at the last very moment because my original opponent, he actually backed out of the fight. He never showed up to weigh-ins, and that kind of just put me on the spot. And man, I had sold tickets. I had family coming. I had friends coming. I was excited to get back in the ring. I had wrestled all through high school. I had missed the old fling. Finally got a chance to get back in there, and my opponent backed out. And so Isaac that day had lost his fight as well. So I was just like, hey, he's only one weight class up. Let's make it happen. So I ended up jumping up to bantamweight, and we fought 135 at that weight. And man, it was a hell of a fight. We put on a war. I don't take a minute of it back. I wish I would have been a little bigger, but that'd be about it.
Well, I kind of figure out how you jump up a weight class. You go from 125 to 135. You put on 10 pounds of balls. That's what that takes. I mean, I don't mean to be too obtruse over here, but it takes a real hardcore fighter at heart to step up weight classes like that, especially last minute, especially a fighter like Isaac Morris. That took heart and determination.
truth be told, man, I train so hard, and I love the action of combat. I love getting in there, getting dirty. It's just that's what I love so much about wrestling. I'm just like Seth in a way. I listen to everything he said, and
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, man. There's nothing more than that. A little bit of adrenaline. Just the fact that I got to get
Absolutely.
in there and get to do what I wanted to do. Hell, I was happy either way. I wasn't mad or sad whether I lost or won.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I've known Johnathan Ivey for a long time, man. Like for a long, it's almost been 20 years now. Something ridiculous. We getting ready to be on 20 years of being friends. But I've known him for a long time, and one thing about Johnathan Ivey is he is the epitome of a hardcore fighter at heart. He does not care who's across the cage from him. He's going to fight them. You get all these cats out there that want to pad their records
Yeah,
and pick and choose their opponent. Not Johnathan. If you give him 4 fights in a day, he'll take it. It don't matter who it is.
that's
I'm
right.
pretty sure at some point in his career, if you offered him a knife fight for money, he would have took it. That that's the type of thing. So when somebody like Johnathan Ivey, who's promoting this show for you, sees somebody like you take a last minute fight up a weight class without any hesitation, man, that speaks volumes to people like him. Speaks volumes to people like me. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I was the same type of way back when I was fighting, man. It's just I
Well,
didn't care who was in front of me. Give me the biggest, baddest monster you have. I'll get my ass kicked. I don't care.
well,
I'm gonna get in there and fight.
unfortunately, man, I don't know what it is, but I just seem to have bad luck because I also fought for Primal Combat the first show out in Lebanon, and
Mhm.
the same thing happened. The guy I was supposed to fight broke his wrist in practice the week before, so I ended up having to do a catch weight, and
Damn.
well, yeah, so
Well, hopefully this one here is going to play out. Shelby. I'm sorry. Seth Britton is amongst a pretty good training camp. I
yes,
know because I've trained with those
he's a
guys
wrestler.
myself.
He's a wrestler, so
Yeah.
that ought to say he knows how to cut weight.
Right. He knows how to cut weight properly. I know that, Sean and those guys at Guardian are not going to have him sparring the week of the event. They're not going to have him doing anything to compromise him. That's actually where I took a lot of my philosophies on how to prepare for a fight properly. So they're going to have him, having almost a rest week and just worrying about his weight cut during the last week of the fight because all the fight preparation, all that stuff is handled before. Minimal risk of injury, and I think you're going to have an opponent. And if I know anything about where he trains, man, you're going to have a tough opponent too. So
Man,
we don't know a
if
lot about him directly from what we've seen because it's his debut, but you got a tall order ahead of you just in knowing where he comes from. Not taking anything away from you because I know exactly how tough the Lozano brothers are. You guys are freaking hardcore, and I absolutely love it to death. So, what do you know about Seth so far? You knew that he's a wrestler. Like, have you guys got to you know any of the same people that you hear rumors from? What do you know about him?
To be honest, I don't really know hardly anything about him. Like I said, like you said, rather. I know he trains at a jiu-jitsu gym, at Hammond's and everything. Um, I knew he came from North Carolina. That Jamie Lloyd, he's also been training with us over at our camp, doing a few little training scenarios and all that.
Okay,
So he said he knew something because I guess he's fighting Hunter, which is also on the same card. So a little team rivalry. Yeah, I don't know, whatever
gotta
you want to
love those.
consider it. You gotta
Oh man,
love
I
it.
love those, man.
But
Those are great.
that's right. That's right. But yeah, no. So I mean, I don't know much about him, but I've watched a few of his Facebook videos. I'd be lying if I said I ain't creeped on him a little bit. So I've
You're
watched his.
supposed to.
He's got them karate kicks and them little fancy kicks and everything. But luckily, I got Coach Crazy Kyle over here at Legion Jiu Jitsu, and he's very uptight about his hands up and everything. So it'd be a little tight to catch me, but. Man, I'm just looking for a hell of a fight. I'm just going out there and I just want to have the fight of the night. That's all I care about.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So what's the gym experience been like since you last fought for CFC? Like what have you gotten to really fine tune and work on? Because I mean, you got bell to bell action for your last fight with Isaac, so that's a lot of time and material and video to review and see what you can improve on. How has your improvements been since that last fight, and what type of fighter are you going to be walking into CFC 10?
Completely. Well, we've had a lot of just hand combat and figuring out how to work into a shot. You know, my first fight with Isaac, I kind of got starstruck, and I was like, "Oh Lord, I'm in the cage. You know, I'm just gonna punch and then shoot." And, well, we've done a little work on that. We fine tuned that, and then we've also brought a actual UFC fighter in, Luke Sanders. He's been doing a lot of one-on-ones with myself and my older brother, and we've just been fine tuning things, man. And that's about all I'm gonna give you. I ain't gonna give you too many
Your
tips
mama's
now.
got an opinion about that. She said you rocked his clock, son, and did amazing. So you can tell she's pretty good. And who's Mia? Who is Mia Lozano? Is that your
uh,
sister?
yeah, buddy.
Okay, she wants us to give
Oh
her a shout out.
god.
So shout out to Mia. How you doing? How you doing?
Shut up.
Whole family's here. I love it, man. That's the best part of this stuff, man. Because
It's
getting the family
that's
involved.
that's the Italian side, and then I got the Mexican side also. That's the fighting side, and I got the Italian side that like to, they like to
Okay,
stir it up, and we like to put it down. That's how we do, baby.
you ain't got to tell me that the cooking's good. You ain't got to tell me. Like you
I
get both sides of the best cooking in the world right there.
I just don't come over for Christmas. You might be stuck.
End up being part of the family. It'll be
That's
weird.
right.
I'll,
That's
I'll
right.
I'll help cook. I'll get in that kitchen. I can make al dente pasta and everything, man. I
Hey.
will mix it everything up, man. I'll make taco spaghetti. You don't even know. Like I will do anything. I get ridiculous. Um,
That's
so
right. That's right.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. No, man, I love that y'all's family get involved with this stuff. That's literally the point of this stuff. So I'm happy to have the Lozano family, being featured on here as well. You, your brother, your mom, and your sister. Everybody that wants to be involved. I absolutely love it. It's a great experience here. So what what uh what do you think we could expect from you on CFC 10, man? Like what is your ultimate goal? How do you see this fight going?
Man, that's about all I can say. I do whatever it's gonna take to make sure I get that W and I bring home that next shot at the title. That's all I want. I just want that
Well,
strap. I mean, much respect to anybody that's willing to step in the cage, especially Seth. I remember what it was like to come into the cage for the first time, man. I think about it all the time. That first moment after you get buttered up and you just walk to the cage door and you think, "Oh hell, I'm about to do this." That's that moment that hell, I give respect to anybody worth doing that, and of
mhm.
course, of course, my goal. I'm going for the W, baby. How it comes is how it comes, but I'm going for it.
Absolutely. The cool thing about stepping in that cage, especially like when you're new to it, once you feel that Vaseline get on you, you don't realize
Oh,
that in
it's a
that
different
moment
story.
it feels like war paint. Like
Well,
you getting ready to.
to me, it almost felt like I was just camping and I was walking 5 miles or something, and I just dropped my pack. As soon as I got that butter on me, it was like, it's all over
Mhm,
now. All that training, all that worrying. Oh, it's time to
mhm.
go. Like it's like this is it. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's the most exciting part, man. And I tell Seb, just good luck to you, brother. I will hope a healthy camp the rest of the way, and can't wait to see you in the cage.
Absolutely. So I'm going to bring up a quote from Chuck Palahniuk for that authored the book Fight Club, and everybody's seen the movie Fight Club. They
Yep.
say that you never really know who you are till you've been in a fight. You've recently had your MMA fight, debut, whatever, and fought since then as well. What have you learned about yourself as a man and as a fighter?
Truth be told, more than anything, I just learned it. I kind of learned it back in high school. For instance, for like my high school wrestling coach, one thing he was very keen upon was it was always about respect yourself and always know your self worth. And after I kind of left high school, I had a little time off. I didn't do nothing for a while, and I kind of thought about it and went through the roles of life. And once I got back into this, it kind of just brought me back to the fact of like, hey, like you got a purpose, find your purpose, go for your purpose, conclude your purpose, finish it. So it's
Absolutely.
just it gives you a little drive more than anything. That's the best way I can say it.
I love the art of fighting in general. There's a lot of philosophies that can be built from a life of training in combat and stuff like that. Kind of like when you get my age, I'm a happy old warrior then I'm happy to be chilling in a garden. You know what I mean? Like I'll
That's
be
right.
fine. And
That's right.
one thing about like knowing that you fought, you've learned a lot about yourself, and you can be at peace later on in your life because you were a warrior and you were a fighter. And it combines two different philosophies, one from Socrates that says know thyself, and one from Sun Tzu from the Art of War that says know thy enemy. You learn a lot about how to govern yourself in accordance to who you're around, and being able to have that background as a fighter and grow spiritually, mentally, physically as a fighter in your life is going to be something that's going to be carried with you forever. So like
Yeah.
this is awesome.
It all kind of goes into like you get what you give type deal. You know what I mean? Like if you want to put 100 in, you're gonna get 100 out. It kind of shout out to my grandpa. He's yin and yang. Oh, wrong wingle. Yin and
Hold
yang.
on, let me
Uh,
show me that again. I'm gonna put you up there.
it's just a
Yeah.
little yin
Okay.
and yang
Okay.
tattoo right there. It's a little
Yeah,
funky.
absolutely,
I can't
absolutely.
get the angle, but it's a shout out to my grandfather. He's kind of going through a little heart problems and a little body problems right now. But he gave his life his all, and he ain't sorry
Well,
for a bit of it. And he had a hell of a life. And yeah, I'm God love you. You're gonna make it through it, but everything's gonna be all right. And Grandpa just he taught me some things in my life, and I've always believed there's nothing you can't do, type deal. And he that's a good reason for it. I don't know. I'm kind of getting lost in
absolutely.
words.
No, man, I totally get what you're saying, and I'll tell you
But
what, from my family and the Talk Before the Walk universe, we're gonna pray for your grandpa. Pray
I
for his health,
appreciate
pray
that.
for strength, pray for endurance, and of course, pray for peace with your family as well. So,
Yeah,
from all of us, from our heart, man, family
I
is everything.
appreciate that. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers. I'll have you in my prayers before bed tonight, and all that jazz. So, just sending our love, respect, and well wishes as well.
Thanks,
Um,
sir.
with real quick, do you have any friends, family, teammates, or sponsors you want to give a shout out to before I get you with your virtual face off?
Oh, of course I do. Man, shout out to Luke Sanders, shout out to Kyle Lee, shout out to Logan, shout out to Sean, shout out to my older brother Zach. Man, I could go down the list for on and on. Of course, all my family, my girlfriend. She does everything for me. She's making dinner actually. If I don't hurry up, I might get in trouble. But no, I'm
Oh,
just
I'll make
kidding.
this quick, man.
No, no, no. I'm just giving you a hard time. But no, shout out to everybody that supports me, and thank you, Britton. Thank you, Mr. Britton. I appreciate you for taking the fight, and I hope it's a banger, bro. It's gonna be a good one.
I don't know why. Like I just imagine like your woman coming in there and be like, "Are you still on the damn video talking shit to your fighter?" And she pulls off her flip flop, "La chocolate, motherfucker," or whatever.
Let's
Right? Exactly. Like, no, man, I'm no fighter in the world that
no,
tough.
not yet, baby, not yet. No, I gotta stay pretty. I gotta stay
Yeah,
pretty.
oh no, man, I'm not gonna make it to the fight with La chocolate coming at me. Calm
No.
yourself. All right, well, I'm
uh,
gonna go ahead and bring up Seth up here and let you guys get to talking, get acquainted a little
yeah.
bit, and if you want to, however way y'all want to talk, just be yourself, whatever it is. So, welcome back, Seth Britton. Seth, introduce you to
What's good, man?
Christian, Seth. How are y'all doing?
What's up, bro?
What's good?
Not much,
So,
man. I'm just chilling.
Seth, you heard Christian's kind of been creeping on your profile a little bit, kind of watching your karate kicks and all that stuff as he said. What do you got to say about that? Have you been watching anything of Christian stuff? I know you watched his fight.
I mean, honestly, no, because I'm not really worried. We got a game plan set up. I'm gonna go in, do my game plan, do my shit. Sorry for the cussing, but
We're not
go in.
regulated by the FCC, thankfully. I think the only regulation I have, because it's still federally illegal, is we're not allowed to sell weed online or something. But I don't do that anyway, so it's not my business. But you can
Right.
cuss all you want. I just just be the best version of you that you can be. That's my rule.
That's me anyways. I like to be myself. But I mean, as far as that goes, as far as like the stuff that you see on my social media, other than all the gold medals and shit, most of that, bro, like I just be fucking around. Like karate kicks. Like I don't do karate. Right? I've never been angry in my life, but
We
I mean, as far
we
as
even got Mama cussing over here. She's like, "Well, damn."
Well, damn. Damn.
I've heard stuff about
No,
go snooping around or scouting, nothing like that. I just heard some stuff from a couple people. Like I heard Itai Torado met with him before. I've been training with Itai, Ethan
I don't even
Lindsay.
know that name.
Oh yeah, shit. See, like I
To be
said, I just been.
honest.
So I heard he was a wrestler. You know,
Yeah.
some people tell me, "Oh, he's got all the stamina in the world. He's a fighter. He's a scrappy dude." Like, well, the game plan, like, that's what I want. I want this shit to be intense. I want this. I don't want my debut to be some scrub off the street.
I'll tell you
When I
one
get
thing, bro.
somebody I
Oh,
fight,
we
I
going for
want
fight of the night. We going for the fight of the night, or we ain't going at all.
yes, sir.
You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me?
I
Fight of
like
the
that.
night, baby.
I
Let's
like that.
go.
Yes,
That's
sir.
some must see TV right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
No,
like I was saying earlier, dude. Like, I mean, the little videos I saw, I knew he was playing around. That homeboy was standing there with his hands up. It was some joking. It's okay. We do them all. It's all right, bro. But
right.
look, like I said, I respect you for getting in the cage. And hell, dude, I'm just in here for fun, man. You know, I'm just in here to bite down and bang, homie. We about to have a good time.
Right. Yeah, man. See, as far as that goes, shit, like it's more than just a CFC belt I'm looking for, man. It's a whole career leading up to
It's the
this. I've been working
UFC.
since I started my wrestling career way back freshman year of high school, bro. Like this shit's been a long time coming. And like I said, that's why I wanted to thank Chris for welcoming me into the cage. Thank Johnathan Ivey for giving me this opportunity. Thank all my teammates, all my instructors, all my coaches. Get me prepared for this shit. So
Seth, I have a
yeah.
question for you. I forgot to ask it when we were talking in our individual interview. It's something I like
Yes,
to
sir.
ask debut fighters. You know, you're about to step in the cage here this month. You know, on June 26th. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind when it's all said and done? When you're done with your fight career, how do you want to be remembered, and how do you want it to go?
I mean, I guess about the same as every other fighter, just be the baddest motherfucker that stepped in there, baddest motherfucker around. Like people like could be like, see me growing up, I watched so many people go down the wrong path and do nothing with their life. So, and I've been through some things in my life that I'm not gonna get into. That's personal. I'm not gonna do all that right now. But one thing I know for sure, when I die, when I leave this earth, I'm not gonna leave as a nobody. No matter anywhere I go to, any room I walk into, I'm not gonna have to introduce myself. Everyone's gonna know who I am. Everybody's gonna know what I'm about, regardless. Like
All right.
I'm gonna be one of the names that we'll talk about when I'm gone, when I'm dead and gone.
I like that. I like that. It's
That's
a
that.
good, solid legacy to leave behind.
That.
Christian, I think I
Yes,
asked you
sir.
this whenever you were making your debut. Tell us what your legacy is going to be like. What you want it to be.
Man, I just want to be known as the CMF, the crazy motherfucker. I hate to say it, but I just want to go out there and I just want to have fun, man. I never fight out of hate. I'm not out here to hurt nobody. I'm not out here to kill nobody. I just love fighting. I just love the fact of someone hitting me and I hit them back. There's something about that adrenaline. It's it's something else. And as long as I can leave a legacy that someone will remember, I'll be a legend forever.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, real quick, Seth, do you have any last words to say to Christian?
It's gonna be fun, man. I hope your training camp goes well. Can't wait to see you in that cage. And like I said, I want to thank you for inviting me, for welcoming me into the cage, being that man to bring me into this world. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
And it's
Christian, do
gonna
you
be a
have
hell
any
of a
last
scrap.
words for Seth?
Hey, Seth, nothing but respect, brother. Anybody willing to get in the cage is just anybody that I can respect, my man. It's gonna be a good time. Whatever happens, brother. It's gonna be a good time. Much respect.
Yes, sir.
Well, fellas,
Yes, sir.
I certainly appreciate both of y'all's time on here. Good luck. Please have a safe training camp. Make sure you make it to that fight. I have no doubt that this will be a candidate for fight of the night. Two wrestlers, hard work ethics coming to fruition. You get to strike now, so that's going to be awesome. That's always a different element from just the grappling situations. So it opens up a whole lot of new avenues for you guys. Christian, you've already been in the CFC cage before, so you'll be returning again. Seth, you're going to be making your debut. This is going to be pretty awesome. I cannot wait to see you guys at the Appleton Harley-Davidson Center on June 26th. Are you guys able to give tickets out as well, or sell tickets from y'all, or do they have to go through the website? Do you know?
As far as I know right now, they're just going through the website. I don't have any
Okay.
personals.
Okay. Well, for the fight fans out there, for all the Johnathan Ivey's Cage Fighting Championship fans out there, you could get your tickets at cfcfight.com. Make sure you support these fighters, man. Support your local fighters now before they blow up, because you never know, who's going to be the next, Conor McGregor or Hoist Gracie, or all those cats. You never know who's going to be the next Johnathan Ivey. You never know. So support them now while you can. Get behind these guys. If you are a local business, get behind them. Give them a few bucks for their training costs, for their gyms, for equipment. Help them out with their nutrition, whatever you could do. Get with these fighters and get with them as soon as you can. Support them now. Fellas, I really appreciate y'all being my guests tonight on the Talk Before the Walk. I wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see what kind of action you guys bring to the Appleton Harley-Davidson Center on June 26th. So take care. God bless. Train hard. Stay safe.
We'll see you there, Justin.
All right, guys, you heard it right there. We had Christian Lozano and we had Seth Britton talking about their game plans for CFC 10 on June 26th. Like I said, get your tickets at cfc.com now. Don't wait. If you're a business, go support these guys. Support your local MMA fighters. Support your local MMA companies. Support your local MMA gyms. These are going to be the next big things coming up. These are going to be the next ones you're going to be wanting to watch on pay-per-view. And now could be the time where you start that relationship with them, to whenever they get to that big league, you could be like, I know them, I supported them, and they'll give you a shout out way down the road as well. And like, you will be part of their journey. So get with these guys now while you can. So support your local fighters. We love you guys. Miss Angelica, we love you, darling. Sister Mia, love you guys. Y'all said something about some meatballs at Christmas, and I'm all about that. Hold on, let me find it. Y'all roll 300 meatballs come Christmas time, and if I come out there, we're gonna have to make it 400. I will show up and roll some meatballs with you guys, no doubt. I'm all about it. I'll be in the kitchen cooking with all y'all, because that's life, man. Everybody in the kitchen, let's all cook. So love you guys. Thank you so much to the Lozano family. Thank you so much to Seth Britton and his teammates and all that. Shout out to Guardian, man. I miss you guys. I love y'all. Y'all helped me out in my early in my career. Helped me out in a very positive way. I still, to this day, pass on some of the teachings that you guys gave me. Matter of fact, when we was at that the old gym, I remember up on the wall, it was painted, hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. And I still to this day teach that to my students, to my neighborhood kids, to my daughter, to any fighter that I manage. Thank you so much for instilling that work ethic and stuff like that into me as well. So shout out to Guardian. Love you guys. Man, check it out, guys. Johnathan Ivey's Cage Fighting Championships 10, Saturday, June 26th at the Appleton Harley-Davidson Center. Get your tickets at cfc.com. This has been another episode of The Talk Before the Walk. Stay tuned. We're going to have more coming up, in the weeks to come, leading all the way up to CFC 10. And we'll be talking about other promotions as well, such as Final Round Championships, Fight Night 25. They're going to be fighting out of Ardmore, Oklahoma at the Ardmore Convention Center. Muay Thai fights for them. We're going to be bringing up Rage in the Cage 81. a bunch of really cool fighters from that one. We got Chris Vereen's going to be coming back. Hopefully, we'll talk to him soon. They've got some title matches happening. They've got a whole bunch of really cool stuff from Rage in the Cage. Summer Seaborg is doing a great job putting those cards together. They've even got a controversial match on that one. I'm going to get that one on here for sure. One of those fights that you never thought was ever going to happen. So we're going to bring that on here. So stay tuned for that. I want to get both of those cats on here and get to talking about their stuff. So I really want to have that interview as well. We're going to have OKC Canafist fighters on here. They're going to be fighting in July. We got a whole bunch of stuff happening, man. It's going to be fun. So I can't wait to get all these different promotions, get all this stuff going on here, all these fighters. Monty Cox just had an event, I believe, or is having an event this weekend. We may talk with them as well. Some last minute stuff. So out of Iowa. That's going to be, some pretty awesome barn burner fights up there because Monty Cox puts on some good stuff. So love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Talk Before the Walk. It's been your boy, Cool Breeze, Justin Christie. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever y'all got to do. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on the Fast Productions page for Facebook. We're on the Facebook page to Talk Before the Walk. Follow that. Go check out the Oklahoma Kickboxing Championship page. Like and follow that as well. They've got a competition. I say they. We've got a competition on there happening for every follower. So we'll do contests. On our 500th follow, we're giving away a free T-shirt and a general admission ticket to OKC Canafist 24 on July 24th. So get on there. Make sure you're following. Make sure you share it so maybe one of your friends could get the T-shirt. However way it works out, somebody can win. Winners are coming. We just gave away a couple of tickets to a charity cause for a raffle to help out a kid with that just got diagnosed with a critical illness out in Texas. Prayers with them. We love them to death. But follow the page. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff for the communities and really reaching out to everybody because we're trying to breed positivity as much as we can. That's the Oklahoma Kickboxing Championships, OKC, in Oklahoma. So check that out. Shout out to Johnathan Ivey. We love you, man. You're putting on great events. So proud of all the work you're doing. He's a fighter at heart, and he really puts everything he has into the CFC stuff. So you can definitely tell if you ever had an experience with CFC. So get your tickets, cfcfight.com. Go check out their event. I will holler at you later. Like I said, my name is Cool Breeze, Justin Christie. Love you guys. We'll see you later.